Today I'm going to walk through 9 money habits that are secretly draining your bank account. These are habits that are super common and I'm willing to bet that you have probably fallen into at least one of them. Now, these aren't habits that only affect the rich or the poor, they can affect anyone. So if you have been struggling with your finances, well, this video is for you because we are about to break them down and I'm going to share some tips to help you break free of these habits. Let's start with the big one, the first habit that keeps so many people poor, living above your means. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it's when you're spending more than you're earning. And honestly, it's so easy to do because we live in a society that makes it look glamorous to have flashy cars, expensive handbags, and designer clothes. So it's tempting to try and keep up with that lifestyle. But here's the problem. When you spend money on things you can't afford, you are digging yourself into a hole. And that hole gets deeper every time you swipe that credit card or take out another loan to keep up with appearances. So next time you're thinking about making a purchase, ask yourself, can I afford this without going into debt? Or is this just to impress someone? Because the truth is, you're not impressing anyone if your bank account is always empty. Habits number 2, avoiding budgeting. Budgets might feel restrictive, but if you're not tracking where your money goes, how do you expect to know where it's going? It's like trying to drive somewhere without a map or GPS. You might get there eventually, but it's going to be a bumpy ride. But here's the thing, without a budget, it's way too easy to overspend because you might think you have more money than you actually do. So if you're not budgeting, you're basically throwing your money away. So I know it can feel like a hustle, but it doesn't have to be complicated. You can start small with a simple budgeting app, and once you get the hang of it, you will be able to see exactly where your money is going and more importantly, where you can save. Habits number 3, not saving for emergencies. Life can be going smoothly and then suddenly something unexpected happens, like your car breaking down, an emergency medical procedure, or any other surprise expense. And if you don't have an emergency fund, guess what? You're going to be scrambling to cover that cost, probably by using credit cards or taking out a loan. But here's the thing, not having an emergency fund is one of the easiest ways to stay stuck in a cycle of debt. And the worst part is that most people don't start saving until they need the money, and by then it's too late. So my advice, start small. Even if you can only put away $50 or $100 a month, it's better than nothing. That emergency fund could be the difference between you staying financially afloat and getting stuck in debt. Next up, impulsive buying. So we all have been there. You are out shopping, you see something you want, and boom, you buy it. You don't even think about it. But here's the thing, impulsive buying is a silent killer of your finances. You might think it's only $10, $20, maybe $50, but that money adds up over time. Think about it, if you buy something on impulse every week, that's hundreds of dollars gone just like that. But here's a trick, before you make any purchase, ask yourself, do I need this or do I just want it right now? And if it's just a want, walk away, give yourself 24 hours. You will be surprised how often you forget about it and how much money you save. Here's a big one, using credit cards without a plan. Credit cards can be helpful, they offer cashback, rewards, and can even build your credit score. But if you don't pay off your balance every month, you will end up paying much more due to high interest rates. So it's not just about using the card, it's about being strategic. If you're not paying off that balance in full, then credit cards are just adding to your financial burden. And let's be real, most people don't pay them off. And that's how credit card debt can snowball quickly. So to avoid this, use your credit card wisely. Pay off your balance in full every month and only spend what you can afford to pay off right away. This way you can enjoy rewards without getting stuck in debt. Now let's talk about investing, or more accurately, not investing. So a lot of people believe that investing is only for the rich, but that's just a huge misconception. The truth is anyone can start investing, even if it's just $50 a month. And here's the thing, if you're not investing, you are losing out on the power of compound interest. You know, the magical thing where your money grows exponentially over time. For example, if you invest $50 every month for 20 years, you could end up with a lot of more than just the $12,000 you put in, because your money is growing as it sits in the investment. So the earlier you start, the more you can make your money work for you. So don't wait until you are older wishing you had started investing years ago. Start now, even if it's a small amount, your future self will thank you. Alright, habit number 7 is all about short-term gratification. So it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting things right now. I mean, we live in a world of instant everything. But if you're always chasing short-term gratification, whether it's through shopping, eating out, or unnecessary spendings, you're sacrificing your long-term financial goals. So next time you're tempted to buy something you don't need, ask yourself, will this bring me closer to my financial goals? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to rethink that purchase. Long-term goals like saving for retirement, paying off debt, or buying a house are way more important than getting that instant rush. Okay, number 8 is not negotiating. So let's start with salaries. I know it can be uncomfortable to negotiate, but here's the thing. If you don't ask, you don't get. You could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table by not negotiating your salary, your rent, or even prices of everyday goods. So next time you are offered a job, or even when you are renewing contract for something like your rent, ask for a better deal. You will be surprised how often people say yes, especially if you do your research and come prepared with your data. And finally, habit number 9, the fear of financial planning. So a lot of people avoid looking at their finances because it feels overwhelming. But not having a plan is what really keeps you stuck. Without a financial plan, it's easy to fall into the trap of living paycheck to paycheck, feeling anxious about your money, or not making any progress towards your long-term goals. You might not have a clear sense of where your money is going or what you should prioritize. The uncertainty often leads to poor decisions like making impulse purchases or ignoring debt. But the good news is you don't need to have everything figured out all at once. Financial planning is about taking small steps that add up over time. So start by getting a clear picture of your income, expenses, and debts. Then create a plan, whether it's saving, paying off debt, or investing. When you have a clear goal and a roadmap, you are more likely to succeed. And remember, it's okay to start small. The important thing is that you start. So there you have it, 9 money habits that are probably keeping you poor. But the good news is that you can change them. The key is being aware, taking action, and staying consistent. And you will see that when you break these bad habits and start implementing better ones, your financial situation will transform. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these habits do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe for more.